I just
mean,
think it's troll. His teammates are all saying that he's saying they're super stressed. They can't improve because of the constant roster switching. And yet it just keeps happening. It's like, who wants it other than the coach?
Yeah, dude. Okay, here's the thing I don't get is like, who is this coach? Like, in what world
He won
do you
Worlds now.
Sure, but Faker's won Worlds way more times. Like, in what world do you give someone on the team more power than Faker? Like, Faker's been winning everything with that team. He's like just viewed as the best player in the world, and you're gonna just constantly bench him against his wishes. Like, what?
And his teammates' wishes. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really troll. I go into tangents on this a lot, but like, I don't know, I think teams try too hard to model after traditional sports where, like, you know, coach has more power than the players, when in reality in League I feel like it shouldn't work that way. Like, I think it's weird for someone within the team who's actually playing to have more power than the players.
In a vacuum, I think it should work that way, but there's very rarely going to be coaches that know more about not only the game, but just about competition than the players. Faker's been playing for way longer than that coach has been coaching, and he's had a lot more success than just winning Worlds one time. So I totally agree, but like, maybe in League in like 10 years, right, when, let's say, like, I don't know, this is never going to happen, but players like me or you become coaches, I do think that it does help to have the coach be like the ultimate arbiter of like what's right and wrong for the team and to set it up. I guess it just depends. I don't know. It's so hard to like overrule Faker. In the same way, I think when I had coaches, it was hard for them to overrule me. It was hard for people to overrule like Bjergsen on what he wanted. Just because like those players are just they've reached like such high highs.
Honestly, though, I feel like that's how it should be. If your coach isn't challenger, like actually can play the game at a high level, who is he to tell the players like how can he actually know what's right? You know? Yeah. That's the thing that I never understand. Like, I feel like the coach should just be sort of like a supportive role in the team.
That was actually one of the greatest things about playing on TL and having Coach Kane. He was consistently challenger without barely trying. He played like maybe a few games a day, was challenger easily.
Yeah.
It's so rare though. Like I think it's like super rare to have a coach that's at that level.
Exactly. It's always come down to that thing where it's like I think like yes, coach can have a lot of like it can help the team a lot, but the only people that are actually qualified for that would probably rather just be playing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why would the best player in the world want to be a coach?
Yeah. I think the coach has value in terms of moderating and being able to take in different opinions and then choose what the best path is for the team. Think about like what's good for the group and not just what's good for like that one selfish player that wants to have his way no matter what. It's also really easy to get in these loops with like stubborn teammates who just never want to be wrong, and so they'll argue their teammates to the death on everything just to assert their dominance. The coach is definitely there to like stop people from being like unnecessarily aggressive to their teammates and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean that just comes into like moderating the team. But yeah, when it comes to like benching Faker and who's making that call, I think that is like that's just a part of Korean culture that's probably just needs to be changed, but won't ever change. It just sucks. Seems like everyone in that team is miserable. There's not a single happy person, and the fans are just like fucking foaming.
Yeah, it seems terrible. But like you said, with the like stubborn teammates and stuff, it's like, yeah, I think coach can help that, but like at the same time, coaches are human too, and like what if the coach is that person, right? It's like
that's true.
Anyone in a position of power can like, you know, power trip with it. Mm-hmm. And so I just think it's like teams for me make more sense when it's like they're led by a team captain, like someone who's actually playing. And then the coach, like I think they can have like an equal voice to players, but I just don't like it when the coach has a bigger voice than the players. 'Cause I think that just doesn't work.